you're having a great day. Y'all, this video today is going to be all about productivity for seniors. It's not going to be a video with a long list of things to keep seniors busy, although those are good resources. This is more of a video that examines how it feels to be in a different stage of life, how your outlook is about your life when all the rules have changed. And you know, that can really be at any age. So let me ask you this question. Have you found yourself questioning your sense of purpose? Have you lost your feeling of usefulness and value? Do you wonder if you have anything to contribute to anyone or anything? Well, if you do, then this video is for you. Let's just dive right in. It's going to be in 3 parts, y'all. The first part is what is productivity? Second part's going to be you got to have a plan. And the third part will be some tips. And I do have a little spreadsheet I want to show you that I made up for my situation. All right, so first of all, what is productivity? Well, you know, it's really lots more basic than we think. Productivity is accomplishing a task or a goal, no matter how small, no matter how large. It's also the means by which you use to get to that accomplishment. So that's a wide range. And I really do think that there's been a misconception about what productivity is or being able to be useful. Y'all, there's all kinds of seasons of life. And you're going to go through all of them. There's when we're young, we're very, very productive. We have to be. We have to, you know, just getting the kids up and get them to school and pack the lunches and homework. And then if you go to work and come back and to run a household, you got to be efficient or you're not going to be very productive. So all of that season in your life is filled with lots and lots of things. And sometimes, particularly in our culture, it's almost like the hamster on the wheel, you know? You just it's like a rat race, you know? You just keep on working every day, boo, 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 boo. And sometimes at the end of the day, like you lay your head down and you don't really think you've accomplished a whole lot. Have you ever had that feeling where you just run around in circles and you're like, what have I gotten done today? I can tell you the truth, I have. Life changes. Your kids will grow up. They don't really need you anymore. Even your grandkids grow up. That's what we're finding out. You don't work at that job anymore, so you're not contributing to that. You look around you and you say, well, what's left for me? Y'all, productivity has never been about busyness at all. It's a feeling inside. It's a feeling of worth inside. I believe God created everyone to be productive, no matter who you are. So let's talk about how can I be productive. You must have some kind of a plan, an overall scope. And then after that, you have to decide as a senior, specifically speaking, how you want to now live your life. A couple years back, when I did decide to retire and realized that I was now at the age that I could schedule my day and my life any way I wanted. Any way I wanted. I didn't have to punch a time clock. So I could decide how I wanted my day to flow. So I want to talk about a daily routine, a basic daily routine. And it's a list, it's a routine, and on that list are what I call some non-negotiables. Things that you don't want to let go of any day of the week. Now, I'm not talking about if emergency pops up, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay, and then beyond that, you start to make up your daily routine. Now, in part of that daily routine is going to be a task list. I'm going to put in all the things that I need to fulfill my day. I'm going to make that daily routine list, and I'm going to put it over here, and that is what I'm going to go by. Now, over here, I have a to-do list. Now, this may be I might do this weekly. I might do this monthly, but usually weekly. And I'll have some more difficult chores or tasks or goals I'm working on, and as well as some small ones. And then I can fit that into my basic daily routine. And I do my basic daily routine at least the night before, or maybe I try to do it every night because it changes. We have a different situation in our house. My husband has dementia. We have to do things a little differently because I have to plan his every minute. As a matter of fact, going through this whole experience, my husband's diagnosis has really opened up my eyes to what productivity really means. Because for him, a small task is productivity. It is an accomplishment. And we have a whiteboard on our refrigerator. And I put the things on his list for the day on there. And I used to fill it up. But our psychologist told us, no. No more than 3 things. Less is more. And I looked at that. He checks those things off, and he feels accomplished. And I thought, why don't we all do that? So this has really kind of set my mind rolling on that, if you know what I mean. So before I show you the spreadsheet, I would like to mention a couple things. One, decide when your prime energy time is in the day. Y'all, my mother said I was born tired. I've always been tired. So do find the place in my day where I'm going to do a chore or a task or whatever that's going to take the most energy. For instance, if I grocery shop in the morning, that's all I'm doing. That is all I'm doing. So that's just an example. So make sure you do that and schedule in some me time as well. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to go to the spreadsheet and I want to show you what I came up with. Okay, y'all, so here's my little spreadsheet that is my daily routine, and it includes my non-negotiables. Now, I'll explain how this changes sometimes in just a minute, but for the most part, this is my stay-at-home days schedule that I go by. Pretty much from 7 until 10 o'clock, non-negotiable. That's pretty much an everyday thing. So here we go. I get up around 7-ish, sometimes a little later, sometimes a little earlier. Depends. From 7 to 8, I am making coffee. I'm planning Butch's day. I'm getting the dogs out. I'm feeding the dogs. We actually talk for literally about an hour. My husband and I, we sit, we drink our coffee, and sometimes we don't say anything, and sometimes we don't talk too much, but sometimes we do a lot of planning, and that is non-negotiable. That's not going anywhere. That's precious time that I don't really know how much longer I'm going to have it, as y'all know about my situation. But that's non-negotiable. All right, from 8 until 9, that's my prayer time. By about 8 o'clock, he's ready to get on his phone, do his social media stuff he does, or just whatever he does. And I'm going to go in my prayer room or on my porch or somewhere and get that done. Non-negotiable. Okay, so now we're up to 9 o'clock. This is when I start my morning work. And this is just stuff, y'all. We have our breakfast. We eat late breakfast. I clean up my kitchen. I try to every day. I stretch, I exercise, and make my bed. That's pretty much it. Tidy up if anything else needs to be tidied up. Now this is really from 9, but mostly 10 to 12 is my prime energy time. This is when I hit my tasks list, my to-do list that I've made the night before. So this can include just about anything, depending on how I feel with all my rheumatological issues and so forth. I kind of gauge it by that. But if I'm up for it, I try to do one major, usually it's a household kind of thing, task. One major task. Notice it says one. And this might take me all of that time. A little bit here, a little bit there, sit down for a minute, stand up for a minute, that sort of thing. Okay, so then after that, I am up to 12 o'clock. Around 12-ish, between 12 and 1, 12:30, something like that, we eat. Right around this time, of course, that's non-negotiable. I have to have a rest. Sometimes I only get 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on what's going on. But I have to have a rest about that time. And then from 2 to 4, I have choice. I choose whether it's a hobby, whether I want to go shopping, whether I read, whether I film YouTube videos, or if you have something left over you want to finish up from here, you just pop it right there and so forth. If you want to call some people, if you want to meet somebody for coffee, anything. 5 to 6 we set aside for getting ready for this, for dinner. We eat around 6-ish. Again, these are my stay-at-home days. So now this is my daily routine with some non-negotiables. Now let me tell you something. I have another whole list for teaching days, and that's when I hit the road long about 12. I can leave anywhere from 12:30-ish to 1-ish and get home, sometimes not till 6:30. So all of this changes. This does not. From 7 to 10, I'm pretty much still there. 10 to 12, I'm usually planning lessons, getting things organized. I might do some other admin work, but there is not going to be anything that's going to zap what little energy I got, because I'm going to need it to relate to children all afternoon. So that's when it changes, just like that. All right, I hope this helps you. I don't know if you noticed, but at the very bottom of that sheet, there were 2 things on the bottom. And one said, encourage someone every day. A good place to start is your spouse. And the other one said, find something to smile about, which is what I say every day. Let me tell y'all, those things on that list that are non-negotiable, that's my highest level of productivity. Sitting and talking with my husband and drinking coffee of a morning may seem like a waste of time for some, but for me, that's my most productive time of the day. Sure enough, it is. Next to that comes prayer, meditation, whatever, and all the things. So try to realize that a very small task equals a huge block of value, worth, purpose, and yes, that makes you very productive. I hope this has been encouraging and given you some hope. Y'all be blessed today, and find something to smile about, but find something to be productive about. There goes my clock. This time it's going to sign us off. Bye, y'all. I will see you next time. Bye now.